In a dense emerald forest, there dwelled a venerable owl named Oliver, renowned throughout the woodland for his wisdom. Creatures from far and wide sought his counsel, for Oliver was ever willing to assist his fellow inhabitants in their quests for knowledge or advice. One radiant morning, a young squirrel by the name of Sammy was dashing about in a state of frantic excitement. Intrigued, Oliver hooted softly, "What seems to be amiss, Sammy?" Sammy, his little heart pounding with anxiety, replied, "Oh, wise Oliver, word has reached me of a tree on the far side of the forest that is said to bear the juiciest and most delightful acorns. My intent is to journey there and collect everyone for myself before anyone else lays claim to them." Oliver blinked his ancient, knowing eyes and admonished, "Sammy, it is not about hoarding all the acorns for oneself. The forest is home to countless beings, and sharing is an essential facet of our existence. The act of taking more than one requires can disrupt the delicate equilibrium of nature." But Sammy, stubborn and determined, thanked Oliver for his counsel, but chose to disregard it. With a hasty nod, he scurried off in the direction of the distant tree, for he had no desire to share those succulent acorns with any other creature. As Sammy reached his destination, his eyes widened in sheer delight. The tree indeed bore the most splendid acorns he had ever laid eyes upon. Swiftly, he began to stuff his cheeks and fill his satchel. Sammy was so absorbed in his task that he failed to notice a family of hungry birds watching him from above. The birds chirped, "Kind squirrel, we are famished and have naught to nourish us. Might you spare some acorns to quell our hunger?" Yet Sammy, blinded by his avarice, shook his head and retorted, "No, these acorns are mine alone. Seek sustenance elsewhere." Regretfully, the birds took flight, their spirits heavy with hunger and disappointment. Meanwhile, the tale of Sammy's greed had spread like wildfire throughout the forest. Animals congregated around Oliver, devising a plan to impart a lesson on sharing to Sammy. Oliver hooted, "Let us unite and help Sammy grasp the significance of sharing and compassion." The animals enacted their scheme, amassing all the acorns they could find and transporting them to Sammy's tree, forming a colossal mound. When Sammy returned, he was astounded by the colossal heap of acorns. A venerable tortoise named Timothy stepped forward and spoke. "Sammy, we have assembled these acorns to share with you. We desire that you learn the joy of sharing and the importance of care for one another." Sammy, confronted with the immense generosity before him, felt a pang of guilt. He recognized that his selfishness had deprived him of the opportunity to form friendships and provide aid to those in need. With a sincere heart, Sammy said, "I deeply regret my greed, and I have learned my lesson. Henceforth, I shall share with all of you and strive to be a better companion." The woodland creatures erupted in cheers, and Sammy joined them in distributing the acorns. He had discovered that authentic happiness was not derived from hoarding but from sharing and extending kindness to others.